Hello and welcome to the latest edition of Fuse News, this week from the Mansfield Cooper Building. We begin this week's bulletin with some sad news. As you may be aware, a terrorist attack took place last Friday on London Bridge, with one of those victims being an alumni of the University of Manchester. 25-year-old Jack Merritt read law at Manchester and had graduated in 2016. Jack was the course coordinator of a prisoner rehabilitation conference at Fishmongers Hall, attended by the attacker when he was fatally stabbed. The university's president and vice-chancellor, Professor Dame Nancy Rothwell, said of the tragic circumstances that our thoughts are with his family, friends, and loved ones at this difficult time. We are also thinking of those affected by this appalling incident in London. A vigil was held on Monday to pay tribute to Jack and another victim, Saskia Jones. The family of Mr. Merritt have asked for his death to not be used to justify introducing even more draconian sentences on offenders. Moving on from that, this week saw the end of the UCU industrial strike action that has been taking place in the University of Manchester and 59 other universities across the country. Members of the Universities and College Union end their strike action this Wednesday, the 4th of December, having begun last Monday, the 25th of November. The demonstrations ended with a march down Oxford Road by all of those staff members striking on Wednesday after their 8-day walkout over pay gaps, falls in their pension and job insecurity, amongst other things.
We filled up the whole of Oxford Road just now. There's 40,000 students at this university and we shut down Oxford Road just now. If we come out and if you actually believe in something, if you actually come out and say what you believe in, we can get them to respond to us.
Our working conditions, our students' teaching conditions, there is an incredible gender pay gap at the University of Manchester, that women earn less, on average 20% less than male staff. There is an even greater gap when it comes to the ethnicity pay gap. So much of the teaching at our university is done by precarious workers who don't have a permanent contract. This has absolutely awful implications for the quality of your education. This has absolutely appalling implications for how staff feel about their work.
Last week, Manchester City Council announced plans to redevelop the popular Albert Square complex next to the Town Hall. The renovations would see the expansion of the square by 20% by pedestrianising roads, with the only road access being Princess Street. The square, which again holds host to one of the most popular Christmas markets of the year, would be integrated into the Our Town project to protect and enhance Manchester's iconic Town Hall building and its setting. A main focus for the council is on accessibility and improving this in Manchester's drive to enable accessibility for everyone. Also within the last week, the Greater Manchester Combined Authority announced it had been ranked as one of the top global regions taking action on climate change by an international charity that measures environmental impact. The region was named on the Carbon Disclosure Project's A-list of cities, states and regions that are increasing transparency and accelerating steps to combat climate change. And finally, in lighter news this week, BBC One has released its Christmas TV schedule. The schedules for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, Boxing Day, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day have all been revealed, with highlights including the film Finding Dory on Christmas Day, the return of Wurzel Gummidge on Boxing Day, as well as a host of Christmas specials all through the festive season. That's all from me and the Fuse News team for now. Goodbye.